Do you like bugs? Do you like cowboys? Do you like bug cowboys? Welcome to Wild Wesley, an alternate history series that follows a gang of insect outlaws and their journey across the Old West. This series follows Wily Wesley, a shrill and hot-tempered weevil, and his gang of questionably loyal followers as they swoop through desert and more desert to tackle other criminals under the watch of a smooth-talking mayor and an obsessive sheriff. Each member of the gang has their own role to play within each other's lives and also the plot, with the series' overarching theme being the exploration of relationships and human connection, inspired by the personal experiences of the creators. Hey, I'm Winston, the creator and director of Wild Wesley. I mostly work in pre-production, focusing on character design, storyboards, and having the final say in revisions. That being said, I have a hand in every area of production, from script to final animation. So far, my favourite part of production have been the early boards for Sheriff Boone's monologue. He's easily my favourite character from the main cast, and has undergone several changes since production began, such as figuring out how a horse would wear pants. Boone represents all theatre kids who are forced to take more respectable career choices, but still embody that overdramatic persona at heart.
Howdy, I'm the other guy. I do a lot of the character writing and planning for the show. Odds are, if you hear a character giving a speech or a monologue, I probably had a hand or three in it. Although horror is my most beloved genre, I grew up watching my fair share of westerns, be it the Dollar Trilogy with my grandparents, or watching Bone Tomahawk at 3 a.m. instead of studying. My favorite part of production so far has been working on the various gang leaders you might get to see later on in the series, and the direction of our main cast could go, should we be able to continue. I have plans for you, Arcus. Great plans. But that won't be for a little while. In the meantime, I hope you're able to enjoy our dashing little mayor and our stalwart sheriff in the pilot, along with the rest of our main cast.
Hey there! My name is Asher, and I am the voice actor for Wily Wesley. It has been such an honor being a part of this project, and an absolute blast getting to play this genuine creature of a gunslinger. Wesley is, sadly, the leader of the gang. A middle-aged man whose glory days, if they ever even existed, are far behind him. Having been an outlaw his whole life, he's managed to put together a small yet infamous gang of people who are willing to put up with him. That gang includes his lifelong best friend, Hercule, his adopted daughter, Wendy, and pretty much all of Wesley's friends. If I had to say, I think my personal favorite thing about Wily is his old age. You know, he's still that act first, think later bandit who terrorized any location of accumulated wealth within the state, but now he has back pain. He's a dad of many years. He has some wisdom he carries. He'll never play strip poker again. He's old. And I feel that adds a good amount of complexity to his character. He has a history, and I feel that that's a history you are all gonna love to see.
Hey, I'm Yada Waffala, the voice of Dominic Hercule and Wild Wesley. Don is such an incredible character to bring to life. He's this huge, gruff Hercules beetle with a voice as soft as his heart. You know, he's a husband, a best friend to Wesley, and the kind of guy who doesn't say much, but when he does, it has meaning, you know. What I love most about Don is how grounded and steady he is. I really connected to his quiet strength and the way he values his relationships above all else. His southern drawl and gruffness are a fun challenge, but tapping into his softer emotional core is the most rewarding part. I'm genuinely honored to be a part of a project with such talented and passionate creators. I can't wait for everyone to meet Don and the rest of the Wild Wesley crew.
Hey, I'm Lakai Porter, and I voice Harriet Mateus in Wild Wesley. Harriet is a very happy and very excitable mechanic who is an aficionado at crafting weapons and getting the gang out of binds with her technical know-how. She does get anxious from time to time, but not for long with her optimism. And it didn't really take that much for me to get into character, because she really does speak to me. Her optimism, anxiousness, and joyfulness are all things that we have in common. I just love her so much, and all of the gang, really. But please make sure that you check out Wild Wesley.
Wendy Phantom is a no-nonsense girl, loosely inspired by the Western goth aesthetic. She is the group's sniper, tactician, and often the first to start asking the important questions when things go wrong. That question usually being,
Where the bug is Wesley?
hailing from a dilapidated farm neighbouring the town of Carapace, Elliot is an energetic vaquero turned flirtatious outlaw. Armed with a lasso, his wits, and his questionable charms, Elliot is the scrappy brawler of the group and Harriet's closest friend.
Hi, I'm Cola Luna, and I provide additional voices for Wild Wesley. I joined the Wild Wesley crew back in May, and it's been such an incredible experience. Production has gone smoothly from what I've seen, and I'm just always excited to see new storyboards. Like, the art is so damn good, you guys. Like, definitely one of the best projects I've been honored to be a part of. Also, I'm looking forward to seeing my character getting
Working on the Wild Wesley project has been such a joy and pleasure. The team is full of incredibly talented, awesome people who want to make the best show they can, and spoilers, they're nailing it. Oh, I just sit in on the Discord calls and I draw Donkey Kong.
The pilot episode of Wild Wesley is your first introduction to the main cast and the series' themes, with little hints towards future characters and plotlines sprinkled in throughout. We want our pilot to be engaging and fun without treating it like a first episode. No information comes up in the pilot that would leave viewers lost if they only started the series from episode 1, but it does lay the foundations of everything that follows. The show takes place in the fictional country of Rostrum, a land inspired by the terrain of the American Southwest, and, of course, the aesthetics of the American frontier. The pilot will introduce you to the run-down town of Carapace, the home of Wally Wesley and the rest of his ragtag crew. It's a land torn by drought, gang wars, and a lack of resources. Pre-production for Wild Wesley has just about wrapped up, with only a few character references and pieces of concept art missing at the time this video is published.
Hello, my name is Patch. I am a storyboard artist on the Wild Wesley project and a very proud member of the team. My storyboards have primarily revolved around combat and fight sequences whenever there are action scenes in the project, and I sincerely love doing this. It is so much fun, and I'm so honored to have been given this opportunity. I do also animate, and I love being able to help out with figuring out how a character moves or how a scene would play out in motion. And I love it. I love it so much. Being able to work on Wild Wesley with Winston and everyone else has genuinely been one of the most incredible opportunities I've had the chance to experience in my career so far as an artist, and I'm so excited for literally everything that's going to be happening in the future. So yes, that's all from me. Thank you so much, and keep an eye out for us.
Going forward, we're currently hiring animators to work on the trailer for our pilot so that we can garner an audience to help fund the full production. This cost would cover what has already been paid for pre-production, animation, music production, backgrounds, compositing, and of course any material that we offer to people in thanks for them supporting the show. Additionally, we're happy to say that Wild Wesley will officially release with a French and Latin Spanish dub, with the trailer dropping in all 3 languages when it is done.
Salut, je m'appelle Rose, ou Ravanica pour ceux qui me connaissent, et je dirige la VF de Wild Wesley. Je suis la fondatrice d'un collectif nommé les Migs de Pain, qui vise à faire des doublages pour des œuvres indépendantes. J'ai déjà pu faire des VF sur d'autres chaînes comme Fazbear & Friends, AVTP, ou même pour des OG comme Pony.mov. Je suis aussi sur d'autres projets comme Outsider Trading, Earth Guy et d'autres dont je préfère garder le secret. Winston a un très beau projet et j'ai hâte de le rendre accessible à la commu francophone. C'était tout pour moi, merci à tous de m'avoir écouté et encore merci à Winston de m'avoir laissé passer dans sa vidéo.
Currently, there is no Kickstarter or backer kit up for Wild Wesley, however you can support its production on social media via any of the accounts on screen, or by signing up for the monthly Wild Wesley email updates over on our website. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for supporting us. It's been an honor to get to speak with all these other indie creators, and I look forward to seeing where everyone's projects go. It's always really nice to have that sense of community in animation circles, and any support that you as an artist, or as a viewer, or just as a friend can give to people like us, trust me, it goes miles. It's something that we all really appreciate. Thank you.